present comfort. They've always called me. Please understand that I'm really sorry. Packed your bags, then threw up my coffee. How many black nights until you saw me? I try to forgive and I try to forget all the things that you said. Always replay in my head. I don't wanna mince words, no, I don't wanna pretend. I just wanna be yours till we both meet our end. I try to forgive and I try to forget, but all those things that you said always replay in my head. And I don't wanna mince words, no, I don't wanna pretend. I just wanna be yours till we both meet our end. There were times I was wrong, there were times I was right. Now I'll sing you this song with some hope that it might show you that I care and bring you back to me. I need you more than air, I love you eternally. All last month I could barely eat food. Days without you always just seem blue. Spend too much time being mad at you. I miss you now, I swear I always dream you. I can learn to forgive and I can learn to forget all the shit that was said. I know we both regret. I hope you don't mince words, hope that you won't pretend. Cause I wanna be yours till we both meet our end. I try to forgive and I try to forget, but all the things that you said always replay in my head. And I don't wanna mince words, no, I don't wanna pretend. I just wanna be yours till we both meet our end. There were times I was wrong, there were times I was right. Now I'll sing you this song with some hope that it might show you that I care and bring you back to me. I need you more than air, I love you eternally.
Good stuff, bro.
Turn up, turn up.
In Mobile, we don't talk about change, we work for it. At Dexter's Boxing Gym, this is where confidence is built, punch by punch. No gimmicks, no excuses, just real training for real people. This January, we're offering a new membership plan designed to help you stay strong and stay consistent. New year, new me. Mobile's home for boxing, Dexter's.
At Roosters, we are committed to using quality, locally sourced ingredients as often as possible. That's why we partnered with Bayou Core Farms to take their heirloom corn, locally grown in Bon Secours, and use it to create the corn flour for our new always fresh corn tortillas. Our other partner, Tortilleria E&H in Daphne, receives the Bayou Core corn flour and uses it to make the tortillas. The heirloom corn tortillas then get delivered to Roosters, where they are used to make our signature tacos. The end result is freshness and flavor you can't get anywhere else. Roosters, for the love of food.
It's great too. That Dusty is the type of presence that he is. Like I really, if Gulf Coast music grows and Dusty grows, like
Dude, yes, because I'm telling you, like, he is a natural leader. And
Right.
I swear, like, if we really can expand kind of the Gulf Coast as an entertainment hub, Dusty will be talked about as a very important
Rick Rubin.
figure. Yeah, a Rick. Well, but he
Dr.
actually
Dre.
has talent. Dusty
Right.
knows how to use
Dre.
he knows how to use the software and stuff.
Yeah.
Rick Rubin just goes in and is
Yeah.
hey bro, this is my vibe.
Yeah.
That's kind of or at least that's my understanding of what it is.
Yeah, people are conflicted on that.
I think he says it himself. I don't know how to do instruments.
Right. Josh Daggerpoint from the Dolphin Street Sound.
Dusty's talked about Dolphin Street Sound. I don't know.
Yeah,
anything
it's a big
about
spot
it.
in Mobile for recording
cool.
and everything. And Josh, he's like, yeah, Rick Rubin. if you don't think Rick Rubin's a producer, you're tripping. He's the guy. And he made some good points. And then you have other people that are just like.
Well, I think just like producer as like a term at like this point, and I guess not even just at this point, but in general, can be like a big umbrella for like in what sense are you producing? I guess is kind of where the argument can be made of whether it's useful or not. I mean, people talk about Rick Rubin in such a high regard that he's got to be doing something.
Did you produce Hunter Biden Pack?
I did. Yeah, yeah. That is a beat I made.
Yeah. So in your definition, it's produces beat making, engineering is. I mean, that's what most people say.
Well, so like, I don't know, because like I guess maybe even if you're like just helping like in a creative sense, like maybe you've got an artist who like they've got like all the talent in the world, like sonically, or like they can play the instrument really good, but they don't have like, I guess like the vision of like what they could make an album. And so maybe somebody comes in and says, hey, like I hear your voice and I hear the instrument you play, and I think like you just don't have like the vision of what you could be creating, so let me help you create, because I have a vision, but maybe like Rick Rubin, I don't know how to play the instrument, but I can make you do kind of something. Right. So I guess that's kind of I guess again like
the anti-Biden, Hunter Biden vision.
Yeah, I mean, look, it really look, Biden was a clown, right? But that wasn't like a political statement. I was just like drunk as hell, like, and the thing started. I was like, yup, that bitch smoking crack. Hunter Biden Pack. And I'm like, that's. I mean, I figure too, it's like people see that and they're like, all right, let me see what that is. Like,
absolutely.
And that was the first thing I dropped on all streaming platforms. Like when I finally had a little bit of like.
You only get one chance to make a first impression.
Well, yeah, and that's not a great one. Especially with like what I'm putting out now, and like that's why kind of like I was telling you, like at a certain point, some of this stuff will probably get pulled down from streaming services. I'll leave it on SoundCloud so that like you can go to my official page and find it
if you really want the archives.
Yeah, but like I was saying, like I want like some of the stuff I'm doing now, like to really, to put like some production behind it and like make art. Like I feel like I learned what the word kitsch is, so I've been using it a lot.
When you used it, I was like,
so kitsch is like someone creating something in kind of poor taste. Like it's not like to really be artistic. It's just kind of to like put something out there, like slop, basically. Like I think like that was kind of what I was doing, was just like, oh, let me make something dumb that like, oh, we can turn up to. But it's like, is anything I'm like, and it's not like I have to have like a mega important message or anything at all times, but it's like 20 years from now, are people still going to want to fucking say, put it to the bank, hella rackets on me? Like, is that going to really be forever? Or is that like, can I make something that's deep and resonates that like really 20 years from now, it's like, oh, like, that was some deep shit. Like,
yeah, I wonder what people would say in that context. Like, swipe my Jupiter crypto.
Like it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely like trying to not necessarily like rebrand, because I want there to be like a trail of like you can see like an evolution, especially like with my my sobriety kind of journey. Like you can see
stand on that,
the evolution of like when I was on like different substances at all times, and just like it was like that was the substance of my life, was just like slop and not moving correctly. And then once I took a year to kind of...
Does slop make you tipsy?
Yeah. Like tipsy that is for sure slop. But like people can go and look at that and then see like what I've kind of done since, and like you can see that like there's like more depth to the stuff I'm making now versus there was then. Like it used to be very surface level, bitches, money, drugs, talk about guns and shit. Yeah, that Ratchet City life. Like it's just like I don't know. I figure I could probably be doing something better, so I'm trying to do that.
Welcome to the Gulf Coast. Welcome to the Gulf Coast. Welcome to the Gulf Coast.
Welcome, guys, to the Gulf Coast Music Podcast. Today's new wave,
Lassiter.
lucky to have him on. Dusty, big shout out for sending him our way. Let's talk about the Pensacola scene. You know, you said you moved there about 8 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, how has that kind of shaped your journey?
Well, before I lived in Pensacola, or, really I lived in Gulf Breeze, and that's, just like a little kind of suburb outside of Pensacola, just across the 3 Mile Bridge. I lived in Shreveport, Louisiana, which is like, it's a third biggest city in Louisiana. It's a port city. I like to describe it as kind of like a shitty ghetto southern Vegas, because all it's really got going for it is like there's a lot of casinos
Southern
in different
Vegas.
places.
Yeah.
Like when I think of like a Shreveport landmark, even though if I'm not mistaken, I think it's on the Bossier City side, it's this big fucking golden building called the Horseshoe. It's just a retarded city. But I just like so moving here 8 years ago, I was like, it was starting of like my adolescence, and at the age of 12 in Shreveport, I spent a lot of time inside, and I just played a lot of like video games and just kind of antisocial a little bit.
Yeah.
I went to like a Baptist school. I didn't really like a lot of the people at the school. It was just very I liked at the time to say, all these people are very replaceable, which is like a very maybe interesting way for a 12-year-old to have that mindset. But
you were thinking NPCs before NPCs.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it.
I've always wanted to understand what an NPC definition really is, and I think
just a mindless drone, I guess.
Replaceable, yeah.
Yeah, replaceable. So I was very excited to like move and come to a different area. I was like, oh, we're moving to the beach. Like, hell yeah, like that's going to be sick. And so, I don't know, just living here, like my adolescence, it was pretty normal, like high school, middle school shit. I guess maybe something. I mean,
so you were pumped to move.
I was super pumped. I was like, I'm so ready to like.
When I was in middle school, I was just so scared of change,
Yeah.
Well,
to me, this change was like, I might be able to ride my bike outside of the neighborhood, because my parents wouldn't let me do that in Shreveport, because it was it was a very violent, like,
really?
I didn't live in like really a bad area, but like a couple streets over was not a great area, and you'd hear, shit popping off at night, and it would be like, okay, maybe it's time to go inside kind of situation. Yeah. So moving here, I was very like excited, and I think, I got to have a very fun, very normal small town high school experience, I guess, except for getting into drugs early.
Yeah.
You don't really have a lot to do in Gulf Breeze, especially like if you live in proper and you don't have a car yet. Yeah. Like it's just kind of like, all right.
Can't horseshoe your way out of that one.
Yeah, so you're just sort of like, all right, let's get high or let's get drunk. And so like at 14, I was like doing Molly and LSD and
that's insane.
Retarded shit. Like, yeah, and it was very early. And so like,
how did you make that conscious decision at 14 to do that?
Well, it's just all around you. It's all in the media, like on the internet. Like, I'm 05, so I don't really know a time where there wasn't the internet. And so like, coming up in like the SoundCloud rap wave of like, that's like all the people you kind of look up to are doing. It's like all you hear is the drugs, the money, the girls, and you think like, I guess it would be similar to like 80s rock star life. Like you want to do that. Right. But I wanted to do it at like 14.
Growing up, that was always so scary to me. Like hearing the word Molly or LSD was just like, that stuff, otherworldly.
But I think like getting into that stuff early definitely like shaped a lot of like shit in my life. Cause like I'll tell people, like even coworkers or just people I meet now, like stories about my life who like didn't know me like back then before I got sober, and they're like, dude, like you cram like 5 years of like life experience into like 2 months. And I'm like, yeah, it was just like if a day there wasn't something crazy happening, we weren't doing some crazy substance, we weren't doing something insane, it was like that was a failed day. Like, so we had to go be crazy and figure out something to do. And
is there anything you can dispel on the podcast?
Oh, dude, like I don't know if the camera will be able to pick it up, but like these tattoos on my leg, like I was probably 17, and we were just hammered, like doing whippets. Like it was just like I was
17 is crazy.
Yeah, like it was just gnarly. It was not good. And so like just doing like retarded like Steve-O-esque shit like that. It was just like that was kind of like how I came up to adulthood and adolescence. And like if we weren't doing something like that on a weekend, it was like that weekend sucked. Like we had to be doing something. God. So I think that's how being in Pensacola, I guess, kind of shaped me. It was just
loved it.
That was like everyone around town, like who knew me, like just that was what I was known as, was just like the train wreck that like people wanted to watch. Because like when I was fun, like, you know, I'm the most fun person you could be around. But of course, like anything, when you're abusing substances,
it's not always a Mac Miller video.
Always. Eventually, it's gonna be like, hey, bro, you're kind of being erratic and crazy right now, and it's like, all right, like maybe, you know, maybe I need to take some of this into consideration.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't let the dogs out. The City of Mobile Animal Shelter has many loving pets ready for a nice home. Whether you're looking for a dog like Snoop or a cat like Doja, the City of Mobile Animal Shelter is where you can find your next friendly companion. They're located at 855 Owen Street, and you can stop by anytime between 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. We all need a little bow wow in our lives. Call 251-208-2800 because the City of Mobile Animal Shelter has you covered. That's 251-208-2800. Roof. Music feeds the soul, but food feeds the future. Right here on the Gulf Coast, thousands of families don't know where their next meal is coming from. Feeding the Gulf Coast is changing that tune one meal at a time. Imagine this. For every $1, you can provide up to 5 meals. That's like turning a quiet solo into a full-blown jam session of hope for someone in need. Let's turn the volume up on kindness and down on hunger. Visit feedingthegulfcoast.org to donate today, because together we can make sure no one goes hungry on or off the stage. Feeding the Gulf Coast, because every community deserves an encore. I think the analysis that your colleagues have of your fast growth childhood is a perfect segue into what a young unk is.
A young unk. So, a young unk is a 20-year-old who, because they are sober, does not want to go out to the club or go out to the function. He would rather chill in his room and read a comic book.
That's great, man. It's like your growth cycle was flipped somehow.
Well, yeah.
You know,
like
it says somehow the 20s became adolescent years and the adolescence.
Well, I don't even know if it's that, because I think really the joke about the young unk is that like I'm like old and tired already at 20. Like,
gotcha.
I'm young, but like I've got so much experience that it's like I could give advice like I'm unk. But really the joke kind of comes from the fact that Dusty is a lot older than me.
Yeah.
And so
he's really young unk.
No, he's old Neff. That's what you gotta. It's twisted because he's older, but he's young at heart. So he's Neff at heart.
Gotcha.
But I'm unk at heart, but I'm young, so I'm young unk. You see, like young unk, old Neff correlation here.
Yeah.
So, the joke really comes from his friend T-Wig, who I think he's talked about on here. Great guy. Right. One of the first times I met T-Wig, we were sitting at a table at where I work, and T-Wig goes, "How old are you?" And I said, "I'm 20." And Dusty just like fucking around was like, "Nah, dude, we thought you were like 39. And I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I guess I'm just a young unk." And then Dusty was like, "You need to change your rap name to that." And I'm like, "Dude, I think Lassiter's cool, but like I see the vision."
Yeah.
And so whenever he sent me that beat to the song with me, him, and Stinky Pete, the beat title was Young Unk. And so I was getting a tattoo, and he had sent me the beat. He was like, "Yo, I made this beat kind of with you in mind. Like, let me, like, what do you think you do on it?" I was like, "Well, you know, I think like I'll get in the car." And so like probably 3 hours later, I sent him back like a little demo thing with just like a hook and like a bridge sort of. And he was like, dude, this is hella catchy, like this and that. And I was like,
Bro,
look,
never listen to Lil Peep.
yeah, like, because I totally interpolated and
Yeah.
ripped that shit off. Untalented. But
That takes some skill.
I told him, though, I was like, hey, like, I don't really have a good idea for the verse. I really like this hook, though. Do you think you'd want to, like, throw a little 8 bars on it? And he was like, oh, like, I'll see, whatever.
Right.
And then his girlfriend came up to me at work, because me and his girlfriend worked together, and she was like, hey, did Dusty send you the song that he put Pete on?
Yeah.
I was like, what are you talking about? She was like, he not tell you he put Stinky Pete on your song?
I like that his girlfriend's in
Yeah, she's an important figure in this. She introduced me and Dusty together, the divine meeting. But she was like, did he send it to you? And I was like, no. And I'm like, who's Pete? And she was like, Stinky Pete, like, you know, the rapper in Mrs. Cole. I was like, no, but I'll look into it. And so I like looked up who Stinky Pete was and heard it.
Stinky Pete is like your alter ego.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, like in seeing him perform, you know, he's got similarities in style.
Oh yeah. Me and him still have not met in person. I've still got to meet him. But yeah, I was like, no, like, and so I texted Dusty and he sent it back to me.
He's a great producer too. Sorry, just to speak on Stinky Pete, you know, I like his stuff.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah.
Me and him follow each other now, so like I catch like his Instagram stories or whatever, and I like all the snippets I see. I think they're very good, and he's kind of, I think, a little similar where he's trying to not get too boxed in. It looks like he's doing like alternative rock kind of beats with the auto tune, which I think is cool. Like,
he hasn't done the sober phase yet though. He's still performing with an ultra in his hand.
Yeah, and that's, dude, if you don't have to, you know, it's cool. I'm not one of these people who's going to tell you that, like, you know, you're a bad person or anything.
Right. That's like
I woke up in
dogs.
jail, so like I had to like take a
You
look
still got
around
the
and be
young
like,
dog,
hey, you know, look at where I'm at because of
Right.
this drink, and it's like maybe I should put it down, but
Yeah. Behind different bars now.
yeah. So he sent me that song, and me and his girlfriend Alana, we went out and we listened to it, and she didn't know that he was on it. She was surprised to hear his verse.
Came in with that Will Smith boy.
And I didn't know that he was going to be on it either. So like
Smith
we
flow
both
with
got
the
like
Will
this
Smith
surprise Dusty verse, and it's so good. Like it's a great verse.
It kind of comes in like Snoop Dogg too.
Yeah, like it's a great verse, and I think like it adds like a diversity to the song. Like you've got like me, it's kind of like emo rappy, and then there's Pete who's doing the auto tune, and then you've got Dusty who's coming in on some fucking boom bap type shit tonight. I'm like, fuck yeah, like that's so sick.
Groundbreaking.
It's in like development hell right now though, because Dusty is like, yeah, I'm gonna help you with the mix, but then like we keep procrastinating. But once it's done, like when it's mastered, that's gonna be a fucking great song. We're gonna go shoot a video on the beach for it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fucking
type shit.
Yeah.
Man, you know, we were kind of talking about the Pensacola scene evolution and your relationship with Dusty, and you know, it's really cool to see. You know, I really like what they've got going on with Fried Green Records, and really just optimistic for how he's got a standpoint with the Gulf Coast. And you know, how do you see that kind of shaping out, and how you correlate with it?
Man, I don't know. I just think like I think Dusty's got like a good vision of like he's got like, I don't know how to put great into words, like if you got to cut this out, that you might have to cut it out.
I'll send it to you.
No, so like I think just as Pensacola expands, I think there's going to be a lot more room for people to like want to go out and see local music, and like, you know, it won't just be like, oh, we're going to go to the Vinyl, because that's like the one place that like really kind of bigger acts go. It's like, you know, maybe. And, you know, it's not like these things don't exist already and people aren't already going to it. But I think, like, if you had, like, a cohesive, like, scene of people where you knew, like I've been talking to him about his Fried Green Fridays and how, you know, maybe that doesn't need to just be a yearly thing. It's, like, monthly. And maybe, like, instead of just at the Handlebar, it's, like, you know, first Friday of every month.
Yeah.
Like we find a different venue. Like maybe we go to the Break on the beach one weekend.
That Iron Man suit just needs to charge up. You know, it's just like he can't always be Iron Man.
Yeah. Like, but since it's his like brand, he's got to be, you know, he's got to have control.
It's just a lot of work. It seems
it is a lot of work. It is a lot of work.
Speaking of work, what's next for you?
Really, like I don't have like a huge extensive vault of stuff right now. For a little bit, I was working on like a project, like tape, like full length situation. But now I think I want to focus on like singles and putting out, you know, because I think until I have like a decent kind of not like following necessarily, but people who are going to tune in every time, I think it's almost a big ask to be like, hey, come listen to 13 songs, 45 minutes, even though you don't really know like if you even care that much to listen to a single song. And so I think like right now, especially with working with Fabio at Fresco Records.
Yeah, man. I met him a couple weekends.
Recordings. He's a great guy, and I think, you know, we're kind of dialing in kind of how my voice sounds good, and like that kind of helps me when I'm writing, like, oh, like this is going to sound good, and this is the direction this song needs to go. And now that like I know it's not going to be all on me to like do this mix, because I'm like a little monkey on a computer. Like I'm not good at mixing my own self. And so I think just being able to like really put the focus on like writing something good versus like.
I've heard that before, that, you know, it's if you concentrate all on being the artist, you know, like a guy named Fluid, he's a producer in Mobile or engineer.
Yeah.
And he just said, you know, it's tough to fill all those shoes. You're able to in today's age, but concentrating on just being the artist allows, and then trusting somebody else is the best way.
Well, yeah, and like I think that's
Kobe's not supposed to pass the ball.
Yeah, and I think like to a degree, like the people always trying to like wear every hat. Is like that became like the norm, I guess, kind of in like underground rap, which is like what I was trying to like box myself in, was like be an underground rapper, because like that's all I listened to or whatever. But like, you know, once I kind of stopped only just listening to underground rap and really expanded, because I mean I've always liked other stuff, but you know, primarily focusing on that because I wanted to be, you know, like one of these underground rappers. It just like having that pressure of like, oh, I need to be really good at mixing myself, because like I hear these mixes on all these songs that are just nuts, and like if I'm not mixing myself that way, like then maybe I need to be. But then it's like I feel like the focus almost becomes like quantity over quality, and just like figuring out like a really good preset, basically.
Right.
But it's about like, I think a lot of underground rappers like take a while to find their preset nowadays, and then once they get their preset, they just, every song is kind of the similar idea.
Yeah.
It's just like the beat kind of carries, and you know, and that's fine. But I don't have an interest in the numbers of everything, like the frequency and the getting on the EQ. Like, I'm an idiot, like, and numbers confuse me. So like I definitely don't want to do that. I'd rather put the focus into the writing, and then have Fabio come in and be like, all right, dude, I got you. Like, I know what we're going to do here.
Yeah.
Because half the time I go in there, he'll like ask me like a reference or whatever, and I'm like, dude, I have no idea, but what you're doing right now sounds really good. So like just keep going on that, and I'll trust your kind of a little bit of your vision.
Yeah, hell of a studio too.
Yeah, it's a nice little space.
Is there anything else you wanted to bring to the table?
Oh man, not really.
I really appreciate you for coming on, and I'm excited for the upcoming work.
Oh yeah, thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. I Love You Eternal, out now.
Go listen.
Learn your preset. See you guys in the next wave. Yeah. Thank you, Lassiter.
Yeah, for sure.
Welcome to the Gulf Coast. Welcome to the Gulf Coast. Welcome to the Gulf Coast.
Proceed.
Yeah, so I guess, so when I was 17, we were on this like senior trip for high school. We went to Cabo, and it was probably like, I paid like $2,000 to go on this trip. And we get there, and they gave us like these unlimited drink wristbands for the resort that we were at. And
Jackpot.
yeah, right. Well, so I think. And
Wait, so unlimited alcoholic drinks,
yeah,
and you were 17,
and I'm 17 at this
How'd you
resort
get
in
in-
Mexico.
How'd you get into this trip then? Like, why did they just give you that?
I don't know. Like, I think because everyone else was 18, and I guess maybe at 18 you
it
can
was just
drink in Mexico. So
Gotcha.
I guess they just figure like 17 close enough. So they gave me this wristband, and so I mean, first day just we're drinking, and probably around sunset. I don't even know what time it would have been. I was blackout, and so everything I'm about to tell you is basically I have bits and pieces. But
A
for the
biography.
most part, yeah, it's other people
told you
retelling
your
me
story.
of kind of what happened.
Yeah.
So around 9:30 or so, we go to the club at the resort, and me and I guess a buddy of mine had already like argued a bunch, so I'm obviously pretty belligerent at this point.
Belligerent.
That's another song. Yeah. So I'm already pretty, just gone, and I guess we go to this club, and I take a couple shots or so, and then I guess I vanish.
Vanish.
And
Is that another level from blackout? It vanishes.
Oh no! Like they couldn't find me.
You
anymore.
left.
I
Gotcha.
left, and so when I left, apparently, or what I did was, I ended up in like a staff parking lot of this resort.
Yeah.
And so the security eventually found me in the staff parking lot, and they were like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Right.
And I guess instead of explaining myself to them, I just decided to take off. So they chased me down.
Yeah.
So I guess I made it to like the front of the resort somehow. And then they tackled me and they put me on this golf cart and drove me back up to the room.
Right. Lassiter is no longer with us mentally.
Yeah,
So,
like I have no recollection of this.
God.
And so
Hangover
then they
part
get me
4.
back up to the room, and I guess, our chaperone gets there, and I guess I'm just like bugging out, like I'm just yelling about a bunch of different shit, this and that. So eventually we end up like in the kitchen, and I'm like I'm cornered basically. I've got 3 staff members like walking up on me, and I remember this just a little bit. And I just remember saying, get away, and then I remember swinging.
Ugh.
So I swung a punch, and I punched one of them. I don't remember this part, but I have been told that they all jumped me and then held me in a hog tie position. So like hands and feet like up on my back. And I guess
rotisserie Lassiter is
so.
crazy.
I sat there like screaming, blah 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 blah. Eventually, I have a fucking speech impediment apparently. Eventually, I've got 2 federales with masks on and assault rifles apparently standing at the door. And I guess the resort people were like, "Hey, y'all got to get him on the first plane back to America in the morning, or y'all probably aren't going to see him again."
Yeah.
He was like, "They're going to take him to jail, and it's going to be very hard for y'all to like."
Going to be a
get
Narcos
him."
episode. Yeah.
Yeah, like he's probably you're just not going to see him again.
Yeah.
And so everyone's, I guess, probably just trying to get me to, chill the fuck out and quit being insane. And
Cállate, cabrón.
yeah, like, and so eventually, I guess somehow they made me chill out. And so eventually, like, they chilled me out. And I kind of remember this too. Like, that was the first time I went to my friends and I said, "Hey, I think I have a problem. Like, I think, I'm not good with the drinking." So
Everybody figures it out their first time to Cabo.
so I quit drinking for like 2 months.
Yeah.
And then I fell back, I fell off the wagon at 18 and then continued.
Off the wagon or on the wagon?
I fell off the wagon because
Gotcha.
I was sober for 2 months.
Yeah.
Fell off.
Seinfeld. Yeah.
And then, I went back to drinking within like 3 weeks, blacked out again for the first time when I swore, it was going to be different this time. And then that continued until the day before Thanksgiving of 2024. I'm 19. And Uptown O'Reilly's in Pensacola was advertising Blackout Wednesday. And I took that shit serious as hell, I tell you what, because I blacked out. And so now, again, I'm going to tell you things that I don't really remember but have been told to me and I have read in a police report. I proceeded to take my shirt off in the bar.
Yeah.
And so then the bouncer was like, "Hey, you got to go." And so my friend sees me getting kicked out and he goes, "Hey, like, what's going on?" And the bouncer's like, "Your buddy's had too much to drink, like he's got to go." And so my friend looks at me and goes, "Hey, I'm going to drive you home. Like, you need to wait here and I'm going to round up everybody."
Right.
And so he goes to like get everybody, and I take my happy ass down the street, and I see a car that's, you know, same color, same year, same, you know, everything is my car at the time. And I entered it.
Ugh.
My car was not at Uptown O'Reilly's. It was 20 miles away in Gulf Breeze. So I have entered this person's car who they reasonably are like, hey, get out of my car. So I get out, and then they lock it. And instead of walking away embarrassed like I should have, I then proceeded to bash against the car and like hit it. And then so eventually I jump on top of this car, and the cops roll up on me.
Can't do that. Yeah.
And so they ask him like, hey, do you want to press charges? And he goes, yes, reasonably so. A crazy person just got in my car and is now beating on it. So then, you know, I'm getting put in handcuffs and getting searched before I get put in the car. And they pull out a little baggie of white dust. And they say, what is this? And in the police report, it says that I looked at the cops and said, that is my dead cat's ashes. It was a bag of cocaine, stupid, of course. So, like, what do I look like looking at the damn cop being oh, it's my cat's ashes. So, bam, there's criminal mischief and cocaine possession. They found my fake ID in my wallet.
I love how cat's ashes are white somehow.
Yeah, I don't even know what I'm thinking, right? This is just some shit I read.
It was a white cat.
Yeah, right. And so there's you know, I've got fake ID and cocaine on top of the criminal mischief. And while I'm being carted off to jail, I'm apparently screaming, I will kill you, motherfucker, to like all the cops. So then you get your intimidation charge. And I guess they didn't search me well enough because I crossed jail lines with a vape. So then they gave me a smuggling charge. So I don't remember any of this. But I wake up and it's, you know, 3 a.m. and I'm in a turtle suit. And there's like this chubby white dude and this taller, like slender black dude with jail tats head to toe. Like,
what would it feel like to wake up in jail?
It felt like, oh shit, what the fuck did I do this time? Because I mean, I know, like at this point, I know. So it's
Thanksgiving.
So at this point, it's Thanksgiving morning. There's a tubby white kid.
Were you grateful?
Oh yeah. I mean, I should be grateful to be alive. Like, you know. Because, I mean, worse shit could have happened. I could have gotten behind the wheel of the car.
Make family dinner?
No. Well, but this is, I think, probably, in my opinion, the funniest part of the whole thing was I wake up and it's like this tubbier white kid with glasses and then this slender black dude, jail tats head to toe. And the tubby white kid goes, hey, like, my name's Nicholas. What's y'all's names? And I'm like, hey, my name's Lassiter. And the black dude goes, that's a fucking dumbass name. And I was like, what's your name? And he goes, my name's NuNu. And so it was really in
that's how you make friends.
Well, sure. But it was also in that moment that I looked at myself and I was like, how am I here on Thanksgiving morning with NuNu and Nicholas? NuNu is telling me that I have a stupid name. And it was at that moment that I said,
NuNu.
I don't think I'm ever going to drink again.
There you go.
And so the next day I took my ass to an AA meeting and I haven't had a sip of alcohol since. And that was a year and a half ago.
You told the rest of the AA crowd, like, NuNu and Nicholas.
Yeah, I was like, y'all, I'm, you know, it
got
sucks that I'm here.
NuNu just
but
got
NuNu told me I had a stupid name and that was my wake-up call.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, dude.